sorry. Of course, my phone rings. Larry was calling me.
It's all good, my friend. Hello, friends, and welcome back to Dozen Cats at Wellness Tarot. We have Vicky with us tonight, and we'll let Vicky introduce herself in just a quick second. I hope that you guys are doing well. Hope you had a great Christmas. And I just want to say that I don't know about you guys, but I don't know what day of the week it is. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. I'll be quite honest. I'm all confused. My days and nights are all mixed up. My days of the week are, I need, when you were younger and you would get the days of the week underwear. Mm-hmm. I need those right now because I don't know what to do.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't get them in my stocking this year. I don't think they make them in my size. But anyhow, moving on. Sorry. I digress.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry. My phone rang just as we were going live and I forgot to shut it off. So anyway.
This is Vicky, and Vicky has a new channel called Heart Print Intuitive. And the link is in the description box below, and I will also stick it in the chat in a moment. Here's how I met Vicky. So Vicky and I met each other at Nancy Jean's, from Nancy Jean's Garden, in her membership program, where she teaches how to use the Oracle Garden. My container is well used and well loved.
Yeah, mine too.
So that's where Vicky and I know each other from, and we had a blast working with each other. And I knew in that moment that we were going to get along really well. And so next thing I know, there she is, and she started a channel. So I'm thrilled that she's here, thrilled that she's joining us. We're going to do some garden readings, because who doesn't want to take a walk in the garden in the middle of December? I mean, why not?
Exactly.
Let's say hello.
For having me, by the way.
Of course. I'm just really glad that you're here. Let's say hi to a few folks. Viviani is here. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? I like that you've got your picture up. Welcome, my friend. I hope you had a good Christmas. JR is in the house. Hello. My buddy, Ivana Intuitive, who will be here with me tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, is in the house. Hi, my friend. That's JR. Hi. Jessica Lynn. Hello, Jessica. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Who else is here? Sylvia is in the house. Thank you, Sylvia, for being here.
Hi, everybody.
Ellen R. is in the house. And Ellen, thank you for joining the Dozen Cats membership program. For those of you that are interested, membership is up, it's running, and I would really appreciate your support. I will play a little video later that tells you all the things that you need to know. But the membership button is right below this video on your screen, right beside the name. It says join. If you click on that, it takes you there and tells you everything you need to know. It's $2.99 a month, and that gives you videos that are just for you, live streams that are just for you, among many other things, and a contest to win once a month, where you can send me an email and I'll do a reading for you via email. So thank you for that. Nancy Riker is in the house. Hello, Nancy. Merry Christmas. Linda Kelster is in the house. Merry Christmas. I want to say Merry Kiss My Ass so bad, because that's something that we used to say in our house, and it's so bad. So I apologize, but there it is. I've said it. Now I should resist the temptation. Rose Blue is in the house. Hello, Rose.
Hi.
Interesting. So I'll get back to that in a minute, Rose. Sin is in the house. Hello, Sin. Sin is also a member, and we appreciate her. Vic. Look at who's here. Hershey, the shadow reader. Merry Christmas, my friend. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Rossi is in the house. Hello, Rossi. Merry Christmas. Wow, look at everybody. Emerald Buddha is in the house. Hello, Emerald Buddha. Who else is here?
This is awesome. So many people showing up.
We love it when people show up. It's because, it's not, despite what you might think, doing a live stream and talking to no one is not a lot of fun. And reading for no one is also not really a lot of fun. So, that's my attempted humor, friends. All right, we have Warrior Widow in the house. Hello, Warrior Widow. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Hopefully, I haven't missed anybody. I'm scrolling through. Oh, we've got what a lovely day. I love your name. I love it.
Yes, I do
Welcome,
too.
my friend. So here is what we're going to do. Just scrolling down to the bottom. Here's what we're going to do. If you want a reading, pop it into the chat. We are doing garden readings. Okay. So the garden readings are this. Okay. It is a cloth that we throw crystals onto. Okay. And then we follow a sheet of paper. And that is how we come up with the readings. I find them personally really accurate for people that have been here and saw me or watched me or got a garden reading in the past. You know that they're pretty accurate. And I thought what we would do for time wise is like I'll do one, Vicky will do one, I'll do one, Vicky will do one. Because if we both do them at the same time, we could be here for 2 hours. Yeah. I will put in the description box below the video where you can purchase the Oracle Garden. And I'm not affiliated in any way with the Oracle Garden. I just happen to love it. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to tell y'all a little bit about this. Oh my gosh, everyone wants to know. Woohoo! Okay, so you have with the Oracle Garden, you get your grounding stones that you put on your 4 corners. And I should have shown you the cloth. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Here's the cloth. Okay, and you can see that there's different tiles in the garden. All right, now I got to get set up again. Honestly, you guys. All right. There are 5 stones that you throw into the garden. Okay. You have your pyrite, which is for your grounding. You have your orange calcite, which is for the mind. You have your amethyst, which is for your spirit. Yes. Mm-hmm. Is that right? You have your sodalite, which is for your clarity. And you have your fuchsite, which is for your body. Look at that. I did that without even looking.
Wow, good for you.
So here is what we're going to do. Okay. I'm going to go through. I'm going to star everyone who wants. We're not taking people in any particular order. Unless you're a member of Dozen Cats, then you get to, you get priority, friends. You get priority if you're a member. And we will do some readings. So let me just go up here and make sure, because I've seen a whole bunch of people saying, yes, me. Okay, so Ivana wants one. Jessica Lynn wants one. Sin wants one.
Sorry about my dog.
Never be sorry. Ellen wants one. Rossi wants one. What a Lovely Day wants one. Sylvia wants one. Nancy Riker wants one. Viviani wants one.
I'm going to close my door real quick. I'll be right back.
Sure. And Warrior Widow. So basically everybody. Which is awesome. Okay, so while Vicky is getting ready, I think I'm going to do the first one, and then we'll switch back and forth. Does that work for you, Vicky?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because everybody wants a reading, which is fantastic. So I don't want us to be here till Tuesday. So
absolutely.
because you guys know how I go on. You know how I go on. So here's what we do when we do readings, and it's like a theme, like it is tonight. If you have a specific question, we can still answer the question, but it's within the parameters of the reading that we're doing, just so that makes sense, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yep, that's exactly what I was going to do, Sin. Thank you so much. So the question, we're going to call them questions. Pardon me while I reach across my desk. It's really hard to type like this. So questions are now closed because everybody's in there. And I'm going to take the first person that I've got on my screen, and that is JR. So here we go, JR. This is for you, my love. And you can do Ivana's, Vicky. Okay. Ivana will be next.
All right.
All right. So, JR, your orange calcite landed in the throat chakra tile. So we're going to start there. Orange calcite, again, is your mind. And that says heart opens the expression of the throat. Okay. Then your amethyst landed in false. And that is for your spirit. Spirit is not aligned with the situation. Okay. Then your pyrite, which is your grounding, landed in the solar plexus, which is your power. And I'm getting something here, so I'm trying to read and think and hold that thought. Spirit, hold that thought. Just hold on. Don't confuse me. So pyrite is for grounding, and that says burn out the self-doubt that blocks the power. So right away we have like a kind of situation happening, right? Like heart versus logic kind of deal is what I'm getting from this. All right, your sodalite has landed in the element of water, and your sodalite is your clarity. You have the clarity you need. Follow one of the paths and use your life force to resolve your situation. I'm going to say that again because that's the thing that I think is the most important. Okay? You have the clarity that you need. Follow one of the paths and use your life force to resolve your situation. Okay? So now lastly, we go to your fuchsite, which is your body, and that landed in air, the element of air, and also present tile. Okay? So the element of air, it says ground your thoughts. Okay? And then in false, it says listen to your body signals. So if you go back to the pyrite, which is the grounding, it landed in your solar plexus chakra. Your solar plexus chakra is your power seat. That is where your sense of confidence and who you are and how you're going to get there and how you're going to do it and all of that stuff, that's where that comes from. If that is not aligned, if that is not grounded, if that is not centered, imagine if you were like this. If you were crooked almost, right? How are you going to feel? You're going to feel crooked. When you align, when you sit up straight, when you're centered, when you feel balanced, then all of those other things fall into place. And I don't want to minimize this, but it's really quite that simple, right? Hard to do, but easy to understand. It's a tough time of year as we roll into the new year because we're making intentions and goals and resolutions and doing, reflections and reviewing from the past year, I want you to focus. This is specific to you, Jay. I want you to focus on the growth that you have made. I want you to write a list of all of the achievements. I don't care how big or how small. And that's what I want you to repeat to yourself every single morning when you wake up and every single night before you go to bed. Remind yourself of who you are and what you have done. Because there's some doubt that's creeping in, and you've got to counteract that with positivity. And the only way to counteract that I know of is to remind ourselves of who we are, the growth that we've made, and the accomplishments that we have under our belt, right? That gives you the force to move forward. So that's what I've got for you, my love. I hope that is helpful. Let us go to Ivana, and Vicky can do that, and then I will do Sin.
Okay. Hi, Ivana. Okay. All right. I'm going to start on the outside first. I'm going to turn my camera so that hopefully you can see
Vicky being all, look at Vicky being all fancy, you guys.
Pull it this way a little bit so you can see what I did here. Oops, on my grounding stone. Anyway, you've got fusite, and I have a hard time saying that word, in the root chakra, which is your security. Fusite is your body. And in your root chakra, it says connection to security through physical form. So you need physical proof, I think, of what your security is. Sodalite, which is clarity, is in your fire and water. Fire is use the ideas you carry from your past and past lives for a solution. And in water, you have the clarity you need. Follow one of the paths and use your life force to resolve your situation. So I think you have all the understanding you need emotionally and mentally to get to your root, to get to that chakra, that security. And then we have pyrite, which is grounding, is in air. And in air, it means mental actions are the path for your abundance. So you need to have your clarity, your security, and that is that's your path. That's your path to all the abundance you need for January. And then your amethyst is on earth and fire. Thoughts from the past are clouding or enlightening ideas, and spirit transforming, but not yet finished. So you've got ideas, you have everything you need to come up with the solution for how you want to go about January. And then the final one is calcite, and it landed in true. Calcite is your mind. And true positive thoughts will help you manifest. So you need to stay positive, know you've got the security you need, and you've got everything you need. It's a really good reading, I think, an excellent reading for January. All the energies are pointing toward security, knowing what you need, going through your body, your mind, your emotional center. That's what I've got.
I love that. I just want to say that I got a similar vibe today. I did my Sunday Oracle message, and I sort of did like a looking ahead at the year of 2025. And I just pulled one card for each month. And the first 6 months, it was just like this like amping up, this growing. Imagine if you were like, going down the aisle in the grocery store. It's like, I need this, I need that. And it was like we were constantly pulling and putting things in our cart, right? In our spiritual toolbox, as I like to call them. You can't be on the cloth, baby. Sorry. And I kind of got that same vibe when you did that reading. That was lovely. Vonna says, very helpful. It really makes me feel solid for January. Thanks, Vicky. And she just subscribed to your channel. Yay.
Oh, thank you, Ivana.
All right. So now we're going to go to, I'm going to do Sin, and then you can do Ellen's. I apologize because I have a dual camera system too. There's the other one. But for whatever reason, my computer restarted about 4 months ago, and my two cameras can't communicate now, and I don't know why. So I can't switch back and forth.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't take away from the excitement. So when you heard Vicky say you have a stone that landed and called out two names, if a stone lands between or on a line between two tiles or three tiles in some cases, or in the center, don't jinx it, Kelly, you have to read all the tiles that the stone touches.
Yeah.
All right, for Sin, what is happening for Sin? Sin. All right. So, Sin, we're going to start with your amethyst, which landed in the third eye chakra, which is your insight. And that says, so amethyst is your spirit. Spirit helps your vision see around the corner. Intuition at play here. We have the grounding stone next, which is your pyrite that landed in the element of earth. More to be brought forward. The sodalite, which is your clarity, landed in the element of fire. And that says, use the ideas you carry from your past and past lives for a solution. So there's some familiarity about something. So maybe you've had deja vu, or you're about to have deja vu. Something feels familiar, like I've done this before, I know this. You know that feeling when you just like walk into a room and you're like, this feels almost like eerily familiar. So pay attention to your dreams is the first thing I'm going to say. Orange calcite, which is your mind, has landed in the element of fire as well. And that says, do not become tied to false energy of the past. So there is the puzzle piece right there, right? Because you've got past life and past energy that's influencing you, right? Like, I've been here before, I've done this feels familiar, but we can't let, or we should not let, according to Spirit, the outcome of that past event to dictate what is going to happen again. It's like we get a course correct. How many chances do we get to do stuff? Most of us don't get 2 chances to, like a redo. This is like a redo. You get to look in the rearview mirror and see what happened, see what you did, bring that forward to learn from it so that you can get out of that cycle. You can get past that stumbling block, past that challenge, whatever that challenge might be. What an awesome way to look forward to 2025, knowing that you are about to, leap over something that could be like a repetitive thing in your life. I mean, I'm filled with all kinds of like bubbles thinking about that. That's so glorious. Lastly, we have your fuchsite, which is your body in the element of air, and ground your thoughts. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to that feeling of familiarity. And when, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that, Kelly, that doesn't make sense to me, burn a candle. Go outside, hug a tree, put your hand on the bark of a tree, that kind of thing. Get some smoky quartz, ground yourself to allow yourself to bring that clarity towards you, right? To make it make sense is basically what I'm trying to say. That's what I got for you, Sin. Thank you so much. Now we have Ellen. So Ellen's question, Vicky, is what can she expect in the first 3 months of 2025? So whatever you got, my friend, the floor is yours.
Okay, Ellen. Let's see what I can get here. Ellen, first 3 months, angel, spirit, guides, and ancestors, please. Whoops, dropped one. Please give me what you need to. Okay, sorry, I've got a glass desk, so it's a little noisy.
I don't have a glass desk, and mine is just as loud. So
okay, I put a cloth under it, but it's still loud.
It is what it is.
Okay,
it is what it is.
Okay, all right. Your pyrite, which is in your ground, which is your grounding, is in the heart and solar plexus, which I think is a really good place to be. Pyrite, encourage understanding that all is not in the physical realm. And the solar plexus burns out the self-doubt that blocks power, which I think is just an excellent place to land. And then my sodalite, which is the clarity, is in the throat chakra and path forward. So let me get here. Sorry, I'm lost. Throat chakra, there it is. Ideas for wisdom will flow freely, which is really a good thing. And then the path forward is look carefully at omens at this time or move forward. Follow your intuition.
Yeah. I'm getting a strong sense of like an inner knowing. This is about listening to your gut, listening to the inner knowing that you have, and allowing that to be your compass, right?
Absolutely.
Like, you know how you feel when you walk in a room, right? Read the room. Yeah. Amp that up. Yeah.
And then your amethyst. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, I agree. Ellen put in the chat, sounds like a time of moving forward. I was just going to say, I agree.
Oh, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Absolutely. I can't see the comments, so I'm sorry. Amethyst is in fire and restate. Fire for amethyst, which is your spirit. Thoughts from past are clouding or enlightening ideas. So use your gut instinct and decide what thoughts are holding you back and which ones are moving forward. And it's also in restate, which is going in right directions, but you need clarification. So I think you really need to listen to your gut. I think that's what's coming through loud and clear. And then your fusite is in fire. Embody your past. So you have the answers you need. You've been there before. So I would use your intuition, your gut instinct and your past to move forward for the next 3 months. You know exactly where you want to be. Follow your gut and your intuition. And then the calcite, which is the last stone I have, is in earth and fire. Calcite is in final thoughts on the situation are coming. So you definitely need to listen to your gut. And then earth, fire. Do not become tied to false energy of the past. So you know what's happened in the past. Don't base all your decisions on that. Follow your gut and know exactly how to move forward. So I think this is a really good reading for intuition, and moving forward in the next 3 months.
It is great reading, and I agree. I'm picking up that same kind of vibe that
Mm-hmm.
that it's like a knowing, but it's like you feel it, and if you were to be asked, you know it, but for some reason
Mm-hmm.
you're like trying to logically discount it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And it's
Exactly.
so hard. It is so hard to trust
Mm-hmm.
in our intuition. But I'm going to give you guys a little exercise to do. Okay? We're just going to take a break for just a second. Here is our
Mm-hmm.
little exercise. When I say 2025, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Because that is what you're already hoping, thinking, wishing, feeling, manifesting for 2025.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's positive or whether it's negative,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you're vibing. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's things that we can do to tweak it, to stretch it out, to improve it, to understand it better, right?
Absolutely.
And what I'm saying to you is this: there are a lot of us that will look at that and be like, "Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Nope, no, I don't want to say it. I don't want to jinx it. No, quiet. Don't." And we do all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is for everyone. This isn't just for Ellen, but when that inner knowing is knocking on the door and you keep getting the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, at some point we must sit back and go, okay, why do we keep going here? Why do we keep revisiting this? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and look at what everyone's saying. Positive change, for peace and happiness, and coming together in harmony, and exactly, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love that. All right,
Yeah.
friends. I just want to say hi to a couple of folks that have popped in between our readings, and I thank you so much for being here, everybody. This is wonderful. Ziggy B is in the house. Hello, Ziggy. Happy holidays to you. Heavenly Blessed Honey is in the house. We thank you for being
Yay.
here, my friend. Teresa Hugger Grovers is here. Hugger
Yay,
Grovers.
Teresa.
Teresa, I apologize, my friend. I've said this before. There is a company that I used to deal with called Hugger Covers. They're a wonderful company, and great personal friends of mine. And every time you come in and I see Hugger, that's exactly what I think of. And I'm so sorry. I know it's not them. I know it's you, but I apologize. Hello, Teresa, and hugs back to you, my friend. Who else is here that I saw pop in? I thought I saw someone else pop in. I'm sorry if I missed you. Bum, 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 bum. So, here we go. So I'm going to do Jessica, and you can do Rossi.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Ellen. Hit that thumbs up, you guys.
Yeah.
And here we go for Jessica Lynn. All right. So we're going to start with your amethyst, which landed in the element of air. Amethyst, again, is your spirit. Spirit transforms your thinking.
Oh.
So something that you're, like, I'm getting this right away, something that you're trying to decide, something that you're trying to figure out, Spirit is going to give you what you need. Okay, Quincy, please don't make me look bad on a live stream that I don't like cats, because I love my cats, but you can't sit on my cloth, darling, because that's kind of what we're doing here. And you're going to mess it all up. Can you come over here, please? Come over here. And I don't want to pick him up because he's going to move all the rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Anyone who doesn't know me or hasn't frequented my channel knows that Quincy does an obstacle course the whole time I'm live. He will continue to do this where he walks along this little shelf here and jumps down onto the table. All right. So again, amethyst is your spirit, and spirit transforms your thinking. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like for you, Jessica, it is knowing that you are being guided, knowing that you are protected, like having that understanding, putting your faith in it, putting your trust in it, right? That they're guiding you. Like it's that kind of a thing, right? Now we're going to move to your pyrite. Your pyrite landed in the element of air as well. Pyrite is your grounding. Mental actions are the path for your abundance. So again, it's that understanding, right? That perspective. Your fuchsite landed in also in the element of air, and that is for your body. Ground, here he comes again. Like I wasn't kidding. You and I are going to have a conversation. Thank you. Honestly, it's like the Gong Show over here. Speaking of grounding your thoughts, Kelly, this is your next thing here, Jessica Lynn, is ground your thoughts. The next stone is your orange calcite, and that is your mind. Your orange calcite landed in the element of water. Let go of limitations. Okay. And lastly, your sodalite, which is your clarity, landed in the element of fire, also in restate. So we will read fire first. Use the ideas you carry from your past and your past lives for a solution. And then we go to restate, and that is dilemmas not well defined. So, getting in your head, getting in your way, making a thing when the thing isn't a thing at all, but because we are trying to process it, figure it out, adjust the outcome to our liking, all of those kinds of ideas is what this reading is about for you. This is asking you to put your faith, put your trust in yourself, in spirit, in your intuition, and, take some time to enjoy the journey, because there's blessings to be found in the journey, not just in the destination, right? And this is what this is about. So the first thing that you want to work on is that trust. Open that trust between you and spirit, right? And think of it in a positive way, in a way of knowing that you have this extra special power, if you will, that no one else has. That spirit is sitting on your back, telling you exactly where to go and exactly how you're going to get there and exactly what you're going to do when you arrive. All you have to do is just take the steps. That's all you have to do, and allow the experience, right?
Very good.
It's a beautiful reading. It really, really is.
Yeah.
A beautiful
Love
reading.
That.
Rossi says mine behaves the same, spicy black cats. And no. Quincy, honestly, you guys know, you guys have watched me long enough. Quincy, he just like the whole time, he's just doing this whole circuit. He just keeps, honestly, it's crazy. And Jessica says the reading resonates. Listen, we all get stuck in our thoughts. We all do. And it's hard to not do that, because we want to know what's going to happen. We want to know the outcome. We want answers. We want to know the reason why. And sometimes it's not about the why.
Yeah.
It's about the how. The how leads to the
Okay.
why. There's like a hyphen between the two. All right,
Yeah.
I'll shut up. Go ahead, my friend.
It's okay,
Rossi is up
Kelly.
next.
It's all right. Okay, Rossi. Let's see what I've got for you. What are Rossi's energies coming into January? All right. First, I've got calcite, your mind, is in solar plexus and restate. Solar plexus, power through connecting mental forces. And restate, think of how the situation is viewed. Rethink. So let me do that again. That's solar plexus, power through connecting mental forces, and think of how situations are viewed. Rethink. Okay. And that's in your power center, solar plexus. And then you've got sodalite, which is clarity in your root, your security, and in your sacral, your creativity. The sacral is creativity needed to harmonize with intention. So you have all the power you need. You need to use your creativity to harmonize your intentions. And it's also in root, which is tying to cosmic wisdom is needed for the base. So listen to your intuition, your crown chakra, your third eye, to bring you into that security that you know you have. Then pyrite is in fire, which is your body, or grounding. I'm sorry. Pyrite. Clarification comes from dealing with your past. So you need to think about what you have in the past that you keep redoing, that you keep remulling over and over and over again. And let your clarity and your thought processes think about that and feel it instead of keeping it all in your head. And then Busite, which is your body, is in fire and earth. Embody your past, and physical changes are coming. So you've got physical changes coming, as well as the power and security that you have, that you already know you have to deal with any physical changes coming up in January, which is a really good place to be. You have all the intuition, all the thought processes you need to get through any physical changes you have coming up. And then amethyst, your spirit, is in earth. Spirit transforming, but not yet finished. So you have all those things going on, and spirit is working on you, and they're not finished yet. They know you've got a lot coming up in January with everything you're dealing with, but you can internalize it, put it in your root chakra, put it in your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, and come out on top with when they're ready to reveal these things to you.
I think a release ceremony would serve you really, really well, Rossi.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right? Write a letter of the things. I mean, you don't have to write a letter, but sometimes I personally, I find that it is helpful when you put an action to that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You know, if you guys need help, you know that I've done at least 2, maybe 3 live, where I've done my own, so that you guys can watch one happen. And you know, just visualize the backpack on you, and you're putting all of the crap, all of the junk, all of the things that are holding you back, getting you down, the chaos and the nonsense and the whatevers. You're putting all of that into your backpack. And then in this release ceremony, you're going to take that backpack off, and you're just going to like empty it out. Right? So you're starting the new year fresh and clean without that weight holding you down. so you
Yeah.
can sit up tall, right? Because you had your solar plexus chakra in there, right? So you're regaining
Mm-hmm.
your power, you're aligned again, right?
Uh-huh.
And you feel more free. When you're
Yeah,
free, your thinking is automatically more positive,
absolutely.
right?
And also tomorrow is the new moon. It's
Yes,
actually a black moon. So you've got a perfect time to set your intentions, release all those things you don't need anymore, and go into this new moon, new year, new month with all the things you need. You're prepared for that. So
absolutely.
I think that was a great reading.
It was awesome reading. Hi,
Mhm.
Lindsay, and who else popped in here? Hi, Pooja. Thank you guys for being here. Lindsay, the questions are closed. Unfortunately, we filled up really, really fast, but I will be on again tomorrow night live at 8 p.m. Eastern if you would like to come back. And we're doing different readings, but we are doing readings tomorrow night with Ivana Intuitive. And it's interesting, not trying to necessarily promote or not promote that, but while you just said that, Vicky, what came to my mind was this little thing that I found for tomorrow's readings when I created my thumbnail, and that was 365 days equals 365 possibilities. It's not new,
Ooh,
but
good
it's
idea.
profound. And if we
Mhm.
look at it from that perspective,
Yeah.
I mean, automatically I feel better. I just do, just even saying that. 365 days equals 365 possibilities. And that just makes me smile because I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
eat that chocolate bar, girlfriend. It's okay. You could, right? 364 days to correct it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I love it. All right,
absolutely.
here we go. So that's Rossi. I'm going to do What a Lovely Day. You can do, how about you do Sylvia?
Okay.
All right, here we go. What a lovely day. I love your name. Because it is
Yeah.
a lovely day. It's a lovely day because it's been raining here all day. And it's mild, friends, but it's gonna turn cold because of course, because it rained. It's gonna turn cold, then it'll be freezing rain, it'll be like sheet of ice, all the things. But Vicky's here, so it's a lovely day.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to have Vicky with me. All right, we start What a Lovely Day with the orange calcite, which is your mind landing in the tree of life, which is harmony. Okay.
Ooh.
And I think that's my first tree of life for the night.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen to this. This tile says, opening to radiant guidance.
Ooh. Beautiful.
Open to radiant guidance. Your sodalite, which is your mental clarity, landed in the element of air. And that says, be sure your thoughts are clear. So those two things tying up really nicely together. Your amethyst, which is your spirit, landed in restate, going in right direction, but need clarification. 3 stones all speaking to each other. I love when this happens because
Mhm.
you can't make this up. You can't make it up. It sounds bizarre that you could throw crystals into a garden, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm just the vessel. Spirit's the one doing all the work here.
Yeah.
Pyrite is your grounding stone, and that landed in the element of fire, like right on the edge. And that says, sorry, but my sheet is all messed up here and I can't read what it says. All right, there we go. Because there's a wrinkle in my sheet. All right. Clarification comes from dealing with your past.
Mhm.
Okay. And then your body landed in the element of fire, water, and go for it. So here is the fire. Embody your past. The water is helps from grounding elements. And the go for it is movement is easy. I do not know if something has happened to you in your past that is causing fear, anxiety, a block, if you will, that is sort of, I don't want to say constantly, but occasionally showing up and going, hello, don't forget about me, I'm over here, hello. We need to get rid of that, right? We need to get rid of that limitation. We need to tell that limitation to hit the curb and don't let the door hit you on the way out, because I'm not buying what you're selling. So you need to work on some boundaries for yourself, personal boundaries, right? This is what I'm going to do. This is who I am. This is what I'm going to take. That's not what I'm going to tolerate anymore. I need to stand firm in those boundaries, creating those boundaries for yourself. Boundaries are about you. They're not about the other people. You are your best investment and your best asset. So put all of your eggs in your basket, right? Mm-hmm. And I feel like if you create those boundaries for yourself, and I'm thinking like affirmations and, wink at yourself in the mirror every day when you wake up, and smile at yourself when you leave the house in the mirror, tell yourself you look amazing, and all of those things, like really boost yourself up and lift yourself up and encourage yourself, and then set those boundaries in motion, stick to them, that in a very small time, I'm thinking like 2, 3, 4 months, you're going to feel very solid in your foundation. And I think that you feeling that solid foundation is going to help make all things start to make sense again, right? I want to say one more thing. This goes for everybody. I don't like the word mistakes. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like the word mistake, because everything happens for a reason. Just because I am not aware of the reason does not mean it was a bad thing, right? I look at mistakes as I do regrets. I don't have any. I've made lots of not so great decisions in my life, but they all led me to here. And here is pretty friggin' awesome.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I try not to view it that way. And if that's the way that I can look at a thing, I think that's just more helpful. That's just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. Liz and On is in the house. Hello, Liz. How you doing, love? Merry Christmas, my friend. All right. We have Sylvie Hanks up next. Thank you, everyone, for being so patient. We have Nancy, then Vivian, and then Warrior Widow. We appreciate all of you for being here, for hanging out with us. Don't forget to subscribe to Vicky's channel. I will throw the link into the chat box while she's doing this reading. I'm going to mute myself.
All right. Okay. The first stone I'm going to read is pyrite in future. Pyrite is grounding, and it's in the future. All the gifts are not yet recognized, so you have things emerging. Fusite, your body, is in air and earth. Air is grounding your thoughts, and earth is physical changes are coming. You have got a lot of new beginnings to look forward to this January. Sodalite, your clarity is in fire and earth. Fire is use the ideas you carry from your past and past lives for a solution. and it's also in earth. You have many paths ahead of you. The correct one will appear in the future, which is what we're looking at right now going into 2025. Your amethyst, which is your spirit, is in water and fire. You got a lot of elementals in here. Okay, water and fire. Transmutation is completed, is your water, which is you've been working on yourself and all these things are coming together. And in the fire, thoughts from the past are clouding or enlightening ideas. So if you think of it positively, you've got all of these enlightening ideas and creativity and intuition coming forward. You know exactly where you've been and where you want to go. And then the final one, the calcite, is in restate. And calcite says, your mind, think of how situation is viewed and rethink. So you've got a lot of clarity for coming forward that you can manifest. I love this for you. I really think it's all going to come together for you in January. I really do.
I love that.
What a new beginning. Yeah.
No better way to start a new year with a vision of a new, improved you, right? Because you're already fabulous as you are.
Mm-hmm.
This is just like an improvement. And,
right.
It's like how you used to go out when you were a kid and get like new clothes for school. It's kind of like that. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Put on your fancy bra and no one's going to even know, and just be like, I feel fab. I feel fab. Embrace the fabulous, my friends. Embrace the fabulous. All right. Nancy Riker is up here on, then you can do Viviani and I will do Warrior Widow. And here we go, my friends.
All right.
Here we go for Miss Nancy Riker. All right. So, Nancy, your orange calcite landed in present and in the third eye chakra. You just have to find the present, looking for the present, like a kid on Christmas. Different present, Kelly. I was trying to be funny. All right. Signs and clues are present now. Interesting. Third eye, which is your insight. And how interesting that those two are corresponding in this one stone, which is your mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Third eye intuition is to insights. That's what it says. Third eye intuition is to insights. And signs and clues are present now. So clearly someone is trying to say hello. Someone is trying to communicate. Pay attention to the dreams. Pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities, the reoccurring numbers, all of those kinds of things, right? The loose change, the smelling of the perfume, the cardinals, all of the things. The feathers. Your amethyst has landed in the element of earth, and amethyst is your spirit. And we must flip the page. And here we go. Spirit transforming, but not yet finished. Your sodalite, which is your clarity, landed in the element of water. You have the clarity that you need. Follow one of the paths and use your life force to resolve your situation.
Wow.
Right? Your pyrite in the element of water. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous reading. Clarification comes from dealing with your past. And then we have your fuchsite, which is your body, which is landed between the element of fire and restate. So fire says embody your past, And restate says options not clear.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like sort of like two things are happening here at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I can explain this properly, but what I feel is there is like a thing that we are trying to pretend is not a thing, although we know it's a thing. And we keep putting it to the back burner and shoving it down, way deep, way far back in the recesses and pretending like it's not a problem. But it keeps like, hello, you know what I mean? That's what it keeps like kind of knocking on the door and going, hey, I'm still here.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to contain that and separate that. And then we've got all this other spiritual stuff that's happening. And although they may appear to be separate, they're not separate. They're together, very much together. Spirit is trying to say, hey, hello, let's deal with that. Let's unpack that. And we're treating it like it's two separate things.
Yeah.
So there's lots of things that I feel that would be helpful, Nancy, for you to do. The first thing that I feel would be helpful is that you have a conversation with Spirit and ask Spirit what it is. What are you trying to tell me? What guidance do you have for me? That kind of thing. You can do that before you go to sleep, right? You can ask them to help you in your dreams, to clarify in your dream. And when you wake up in the morning, you write down what you dreamt. And you keep going through that until you feel like you understand the message. When you see these synchronicities, or, you see the cardinals, or you smell the perfume, or you hear the song, you say, thank you for the message, but could you clarify for me why I'm saying this? And start that conversation, because when you start that conversation, Spirit's going to give you what you need, and you're also going to work up and build up that trust, right? That trust in your intuition, your knowing, and the understanding that they are there to guide and protect you, right? So you're working on that relationship, even though you might not actually understand that that's what you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And once you build up that trust, and once you understand that Spirit is there to guide you and to protect you, when you feel that embrace, because it's a glorious feeling, friends, when you feel that Spirit has arrived and you're like, hey, buddy, then you can start dealing with that stuff that you've been trying to push and pack down, because then you know that you are protected. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. Spirit's got your back. Spirit's watching over you. They're blessing you. They're embracing you. That whole kind of thing. I don't want you to be afraid. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's necessarily negative. I think it's something that is probably painful and something that you dread, because it's been a long time that it's had to be sort of opened up. So I want you to work on encouraging yourself every day, building yourself up, right? Boosting yourself up. You got this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't encourage many people to look at the destination, but I want you to imagine, whenever you have that feeling of doubt, how amazing is it going to feel to be on the other side of this and not feel that I have to constantly hide that thing and move it back in my closet? How amazing does it feel to just be able to like swing the doors of the closet open and be like, look at my whole wardrobe? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
I feel it's like so, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that baggage gets really heavy. It's good when you can have that trust with your spirit guides and with yourself to know everything's going to be just fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Vivian.
Beautiful message for Nancy. All right,
Yeah.
Vivian or Viviane, sorry, is up next, and then lastly, but definitely not least, we have Warrior Widow. So go for it, my friend.
Okay, Viviane. Angel Spirit Guide Ancestors, please guide me.
I'm gonna mute myself. Sorry, my stones are clacking, and my ice cubes are making noise.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. Okay, your amethyst is the furthest from me, is how I'm reading this, and that is your spirit, is in solar plexus and heart. Your solar plexus stone, your spirit, power comes from spirit to transform and transmute. Sorry, I can't talk today. And then your heart, spirit, makes the heart alive. How beautiful is that? And then we have grounding. Grounding is in three spots at once. We have fire, which I'm reading first. Clarification comes from dealing with your past. And then it's in restate. Rethink so you're not blinded by the fool's gold. And it's also just a touch of it is in past. Look to the patterns up to now for the values needed. So you've got everything you need in that one stone. You've got clarification. You've got rethinking, knowing that you've got an opportunity, and then past. Look to the patterns up to now for the values needed. So you know everything that's coming up is going to be for the best for you. That's hope right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then sodalite, which is clarity, is in water and air. Air is be sure your thoughts are clear. And in water, you have the clarity you need. Follow one of the paths and use your life force to resolve your situations. That is beautiful. And then your body is in air. Fusite is in air. Ground your thoughts. And then your mind is also in air and earth. And that is, thoughts are all important, and final thoughts in the situation are coming. So you've got all of these things coming together for you at once. You've got what you needed, what you've used in the past, and you've got the final thoughts that are coming to you in your mind, in your heart, in your intuition, and your solar plexus. You've got all these things coming together for you at the same time. What an amazing January that'll be.
Right.
The fact that sodalite is in water and air is just beautiful. The clarity, you have the clarity you need. Follow one of the paths and use your life force to resolve your situations. And in air, be sure your thoughts are clear. So you've got an opportunity to rethink, redo, and start in a whole new year, a whole new month with everything you need. That gave me goosebumps.
That's a beautiful reading. Viviane says, thank you. She follows her heart. Wonderful. And that she's already subscribed to your channel, which is lovely.
Oh, thank you.
And we appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I sort of feel like for you, Viviane, and that last little bit of Vicky's reading, that there's this opportunity. It's like if you imagine that you're standing in a bowling alley and you're about to like roll the ball down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it obviously, am I going to hit all the pins? And it looks like it's going to hit, and there's one that's standing there, like after the ball rolls through, there's one that's still standing there.
Mm-hmm.
You turn around and you feel slightly defeated or deflated that it didn't work, and then as you turn around, off it goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Great win.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It,
Very
it
good.
and then the elation that sort of comes from the, like,
Yeah.
what a shock, what a surprise that last one was. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that makes sense to me in my head, but that's what I got from what
It
Vicky
does
was saying
very much
for
so.
you. It feels like it's going to be like even better than the best thing that you can imagine.
Yeah.
But it's going to come when you don't expect it, and almost as a, like, like, don't throw the bag away without really looking through the bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, go search the couch cushions. Go through the old coats in the pockets. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
feels kind of like that.
Yeah.
It does. It feels like that. I love it. All right. So Warrior Widow is up last, but certainly not least. And I just want to say before we finish, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for participating. There seems to be some themes that are happening, and that happens often when we do readings, that there is something for everyone, whether you got a reading or you didn't. And I feel like tonight's theme is a couple of things, right? Do what you can to set your intentions. And FYI, I'm going to have a little video I'm going to put out on intentions. What are they? How do we do them? Like the W5 of intentions,
Yeah.
and or the intentions for dummies. No offense, I'm not calling anyone a dummy, but you know how they have like the Coles books for dummies, like that kind of a thing. And I think the other thing that I feel is the clear thinking and the allowing of looking at something for what it is instead of what we hoped it would be or what we thought it
Yeah.
was. Do you understand what I mean?
Expectations. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's our reoccurring themes over the night. And this is all normal stuff. This is stuff that every single person goes through. And it's tough, man. The world is a hot flipping mess. It's tough out there, but we
Yeah.
got it. We got this. We got this. So never fret. Never fret. All right, here we go for Warrior Radio. All right, so your amethyst has landed in the sacral chakra, which is your creativity. Place where I love to reside because I love the creativity. I like to think I'm creative. I don't know that I am, but I like to think that I am. I mean, that's half the battle, right? Thinking it is half the battle. All right, so spirit is amethyst is your spirit, and it says spirit inspires creative energy. So if you feel the need to take a course, to make a blanket, to make a cake, to do some gardening, whatever it is, don't discount it. Channeling our emotions, our thoughts, and our feelings, our desires, our wishes through creative pursuit is a great way to keep ourselves centered, balanced, aligned, feeling understood, feeling heard, feeling accomplished, all of those things. It's a great way to do it without actually saying, okay, now today I'm going to sit down and assess myself, right? All right, so your calcite landed in the element of water, and that says let go of limitations. Okay, your sodalite landed, which is your clarity, landed in false, and that says vision is clouded at this time. Okay, we've got your pyrite, which is your grounding stone, which landed in the element of air and in present. Air says mental actions are the path for your abundance, and the present says values being purified now. So whatever you're doing in terms of your understanding and your perspective, don't change it because it's working. It just might not be working to your to your time schedule, right? But it is working. So whatever you're doing where that's concerned, don't stop. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Lastly, your fuchsite, which is your body, has landed between go for it and water. So water says helps from grounding elements, and the go for it says movement is easy. So you have one of those readings where it sounds like it's all over the place, but it's not. It's not. It very much connects that if I don't know if I can explain this. So it's like, I need to do some work. I want to do some stuff for myself. I want to feel better. I want to feel good, all of the things, but I can't seem to make it make sense or make it happen, or I don't feel like it's working or something like that. So don't say that. Like, don't put that kind of pressure on yourself. Channel it through a creative process, right? So in other words, keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, and continue to be creative. Creative doesn't mean, we're drawing or we're painting. Creative is making a meal for your family, decorating a cake, decorating the Christmas tree. It's creative, right? And the second thing I feel like what's happening is, and I don't often say this, but like, stop thinking so much.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like you're a feeler. I don't mean that you're not a thinker. Don't misunderstand. But feel it. Don't think it. Feel it.
Excuse me.
Imagine like the walking along the path, and you pick up the roses, and you're going to touch them, and imagine the colors and what they could do and what they smell like, and like you just wrap yourself in the feeling of things, as opposed to, I need to go for a walk today because I need to take time to smell the flowers. Like that, you know what I mean? Like, no, that doesn't make me do anything. That doesn't make me feel anything. But if I go for a walk and I just pick up flowers and I look at them and I like, wow, they're so soft and they smell so beautiful, and what a kaleidoscope of colors and all of the things, that is what gets you in your feels. And I feel like the feeling is the thing that you are craving. The feeling is the thing that connects you, that speaks to you, that makes sense to you, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm right or not, but that's what I feel. Yeah. That feeling is your communicative style. So feel it, right? I also want to tell you to, like, I don't know if this makes sense, but like, let's say that you crochet, right? Because I crochet. So let's say that you crochet. Like, design a pattern, right? Put all the colors of the rainbow in it. Like the granny squares where you can make like a beautiful sort of blanket with all of these different patterns. Like, I feel that even though that to some of us that would completely complicate things and make us feel like, oh my God, that's so much. But for you actually would be elevated by that exercise, right? That really speaks to me, for you. Like all of my pistons are working. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like all excited by this. I feel that. So really dive into their creativity and let that expression speak to you, and then be in the feels of that. And that is the thing that's going to put that bounce back in your step if you feel like you've been missing it. That's what I got for you.
Yeah.
And thank you for all the feedback. She said she's going to do the letter burning thing when you're in Sedona this week. I love it. Yeah. Oh, you're going to Sedona. I mean, hello. How perfect.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's my dream place.
You're going to feel everything there, right? I love that. And she says, it's funny, I've had many signs telling me to get back into my artwork.
There you go.
So,
yeah,
this has been extraordinary. And I do so enjoy doing the garden readings. And thank you, Vicky, so much. Well, we'll have to have
you,
back
Kelly,
and visit us and do this again. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Vicky, do you have anywhere that you're going or anything that's happening on your channel that you want to tell folks about before you go?
Not yet. I've got one I'm considering putting up the next couple of days. So, you know, keep an eye out. I'll try to let people know if I can. I'm still struggling with YouTube. So, you know, I'm just starting out, so it's confusing for me. Anyway, yeah, I'll be putting another one up soon. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. I've been doing a lot of channeling lately, and that's what I start out my channel with. So I just got another one today during meditation. So yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing it. Yeah.
We love that, and we will have you back. Absolutely. You and I will talk in a minute, so don't go anywhere when I turn this off. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Please don't forget a couple of things. These are housekeeping things, okay? We will be back to a normal, regular schedule next Monday, right? Here in Canada, it's a big deal. Holidays, Christmas, New Year's. I don't know. I know in the States it's kind of like short-lived, but here in Canada, it's kind of right. So that's that. Make sure that you give us a thumbs up, comments under the video, your bell notification. All of those things help the channel, and we appreciate all of your support, truly. What else was I going to say? I will be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, with Ivana Intuitive to do some readings for 2025, looking ahead. And I will also be back on New Year's Day doing our 1/1 portal readings. So I look forward to that. And again, the membership thing. Listen, you know, I love doing what I do, but the membership helps me, and hopefully you get something from it. It's $2.99 a month. I would be so honored if you could join the membership. It's right underneath this video. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for spending part of your night with us, and I will see you when I see you next. And until then, many blessings.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everybody. And don't forget to check out Vicky's channel.